The countries of the Organization of Turkic States are aiming to take trade cooperation to a new level. By the end of last year, Kazakhstan's trade turnover with member states of the organization reached nearly $13 billion. The next step now is to sustain that growth and increase the figures through new joint projects in logistics, industry, agriculture and digitalization. These issues were discussed in Astana by representatives of businesses, chambers of commerce and investment institutions from across the Turkic world. Almira Mirov attended the forum and reports from the scene.
This week in Astana, the countries of the Organization of Turkic States are focusing not only on political partnership, but also on deeper economic integration. The main topics of discussion include industry, agriculture, logistics and digitalization. Two major memorandums were signed during the forum. The first was concluded between the National Chamber of Entrepreneurs of Kazakhstan and the Turkic Investment Fund. The second was a trilateral memorandum between the Union of Turkic Chambers of Commerce and Industry, the Foreign Trade Chamber of Kazakhstan and the Association for the Development of Cooperation. Participants also presented a wide range of proposals aimed at integrating new mechanisms into the economic systems of the member states. Behind the official agenda of the forum lies a broader objective. The countries of the Organization of Turkic States are gradually strengthening economic integration and developing new mechanisms for industrial, investment and trade cooperation. Today, the combined OTS market represents more 170 million people and occupies an increasingly important position along transport routes connecting China, Central Asia and Europe. Within this system, Kazakhstan is seeking to strengthen its role not only as a transit corridor, but also as a regional industrial and logistics hub. The memorandums signed in Astana are expected to lay the groundwork for new joint projects and deeper economic cooperation among OTS member states.
Это меморандумы о сотрудничестве с Тюркским инвестиционным фондом. Это главный финансовый институт, главная задача которого является обеспечение финансирования.
These are memorandums on cooperation with the Turkic Investment Fund. It is the main financial institute, the goal of which is to provide financing for projects related to industrial and agricultural cooperation. You know that it is very important for the connectivity and complementarity of our economies today to provide seamless customs clearance of our goods, for example, in order to increase the speed of the movement of goods and services.
Допустим, очистку наших грузов для обеспечения скорости, повышение скорости передвижения товаров и услуг.
One of the key instruments for further integration discussed at the forum was the Turkic Investment Fund. Participants say the fund is expected to become a financial platform supporting joint projects in an industry, infrastructure and agriculture. Kazakhstan is already discussing several initiatives related to transport infrastructure and logistics development. At the same time, much of the discussion focused on moving beyond raw material exports toward deeper industrial cooperation. The goal is to develop joint manufacturing projects, integrated logistics chains and digital platforms across the Turkic region.
Trade turnover between our countries is growing, but we must not limit ourselves solely to trade in raw materials and finished goods. The trade turnover, for example, between Kazakhstan and the member states of the Organization of Turkic States for January-February 2026 amounted to $2.4 billion. That's nearly 40% higher than for the same period last year. And now we should move from trade to the industrial cooperation. And our goal is to deepen industrial cooperation between our countries.
Special attention at the forum was also given to expanding export opportunities for OTS countries in the Chinese market. According to participants, negotiations are underway on mechanisms that would allow producers from the Turkic region to increase access to Chinese retail and distribution networks through cooperative trade platforms. For Kazakhstan, this issue carries strategic importance given the country's geographic position and the development of the Middle Corridor. In the longer term, this could strengthen the region's role in supply chains connecting Asia and Europe.
The All-China Federation of Cooperatives is providing entrepreneurs from Kazakhstan with free shelf space in 341,000 stores. We signed this agreement as a Kazakhstan's organization, but we would like these opportunities to be available to all countries of the Turkic world.
The business forum in Astana is taking place as part of Kazakhstan's chairmanship in the Union of Turkic Chambers of Commerce and Industry this year. The event is focused on strengthening economic ties across the Turkic world, from trade and investment to industrial and transport cooperation. Almir Amirov, New Time.